Hello everybody. Today I wanted to show you something new that I got, and that something new involves these headlights. Over the last 8 or so months of ownership of this car, I've noticed something interesting, and especially on this passenger headlight, is that it started getting a tendency of like this upper portion getting this haze in it. Right there you can see. And initially when I first got it, I actually made a video. I think it said something along the lines of everything wrong with my Lincoln Towncar, something like that. And when I first got it, I would notice that it would get this like half cloudy, and then the other half would be okay. And then on the driver's side, I think on the driver's side, most of it would be okay. But on the driver's side, I'm getting this on the bottom right here. So at first they would get cloudy and then they would go away. But then after a while, now that I am, like I said, in like the eight months or so ownership of this car, it stopped going away. So I think this thing is becoming permanent. And at first I thought maybe to do a video or just do it, just clean it up, because it's just the plastic that's I guess losing its clear feature. But after I started looking at it very closely, and I don't know how well it's gonna come up, but it has a bunch of these little cracks in there. So it's, again, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but basically it's right here. I just realized that I was filming my knuckle, not my finger. Oops. So once again, all these little cracks, especially like right here, you guys can see them. And I have a feeling that these cracks allow moisture to get in and not so much to come out. So right here on the side, I mean, there's this gasket that's kind of a little off. Not sure if that's actually doing anything or not. But these are like official, these are probably factory headlights. There's like a little bit of a Lincoln star like right there. So I'm pretty sure that these are original headlights. But the problem is, I think they've just, they've served their life, and I have a feeling that because of these little tiny cracks, moisture is kind of trapped in there, and it would go away every once in a while, maybe if we're having a lot of dry and hot days. But in general, I think they're starting to get to it. Now on this side, it's not that bad. I know I'm kind of going back and forth here, but in this side, like, the side is clear. But right here, it's starting to discolor. And I'm also starting to see these little tiny well, not microscopic because I can see them, but you know what I mean. These little bit of a cracks, and that's kind of it. Now, this is strange to me because in the past, I couldn't care less about this stuff. I had plenty of cars, but my last car and the one before that, and even the Buick LaCrosse that I had, that I bought new, I mean, I cared about it, don't get me wrong, but not to this extent. But this is kind of bothering me, because I know it's going to get worse and worse, and then when the winter comes, it's probably going to get even more worse, and at some point there's going to be moisture in them. So, but like even this car, the Subaru, like I don't care really about it, but this is bothering me. So here's what I decided to do, is I decided to do something about it, which is right here. So I got this box not too long ago, and it's sitting in the trunk because I don't know where else to put it, and I haven't even opened it yet. I mean, I know what's inside, and obviously, you all can guess. So I kind of wanted to do this on camera because, it's exciting. I'm not really, for making these unboxing videos and stuff, but I showed you the seatbelt tensioner kit when I got it, and I think I got some good response about that. So I figured, why not show you this when I get it? And doing it one-handed is probably not the best, so I'm going to try. Alright, there you go. Gotta have a little. got a bunch of packing material here. So here's one. And I think the other box underneath it has the other one. So let me pause it for a second, then I'll figure it out. All right, so here we are. This is what I had in those boxes. Basically replacement headlights for my Lincoln Towncar. And when you look at this, just an interesting comparison. So these are not factory. These are, you know, they have all the same controls, and I think I want to do this probably on the grass. So this is kind of, you know, for comparison, but maybe I'll just show you this one. So you see how kind of cloudy and not shiny it is. Obviously this in comparison is brand new, just a, you know, a third-party manufacturer. And maybe I can open the hood and see how it is to replace it. So just looking under the hood, you know, headlights are behind this little plastic thing. So I removed this. This is just very basic plastic clip that goes in there. And basically that whole assembly kind of sits inside this. And obviously this entire plastic piece would need to come out. And there are plenty of videos online that kind of walk people through how to do it. So I am pretty confident that I am able to replace it myself. Now on the other hand, sometime in the near future, I will be heading over to my mechanic at the 3C Automotive. So I filmed a few things in there. And, you know, for the airbag light that's still plaguing this car, you know, to my dismay. But so I'm going to see if it's worth it for me to kind of mess around with this myself, or just pay him whatever, you know, I'm sure he's not going to charge too much. And just basically, sorry, I have to switch hands now to make sure that the plastic is in there. There you go. And just have him do it while I'm there. Obviously, these things did not come with any bulbs, so I would be reusing bulbs, but everything works. So let me see if I can just take one of these as an example here on the grass. So obviously, first thing that hits me is nice and bright. No haziness, no cracks. Got that side, that cornering light. And it's interesting how these things are actually in here. So just looking at it, looks like the light bulbs are housed inside. Now I never had to replace any light bulb on this yet, but at the same time I see that there are 4 screws there, and there, and I think this whole plastic piece comes out, and it's the same thing for the cornering light. Got 3 screws and then that comes out. So I wonder, to replace the light bulb, do you have to take this out every time? Or at least the plastic, you know, in there? I'm not quite sure on that yet. And I think this is where the main thing plugs in for the actual controls. And it's a 12 volt, of course. Okay, so I believe this is the screw that's used to adjust, you know, higher, lower, whatever. So yeah, there you go. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you. Nothing fancy. I will obviously be posting more videos about this thing. Yeah, but I don't want to have cataracts on my car. I want to have a nice clear headlights, and I don't have those optional, I don't remember what they're called, xenons or whatever is the highest optional trim that would have on a Lincoln Towncar. I believe there are some kind of a higher level headlights than these. These are, I think, just regular halogens. So all right, everybody, well, like I said, this is a quick look at what's coming. Thank you all, as always, for liking, subscribing, and commenting. This is what keeps me going, and see you next time.